Hello, I'm Natalie, and today I'm going to show you how to quilt our soft faux lamb's leather vinyl. I shouldn't even say soft because we have a soft vinyl collection and that's more like a fabric. The faux lamb's leather looks like leather. You wouldn't know it's not real leather unless you turned it over and saw the woven backing. There is a small degree of stretch on one side. So if you want to knock out the stretch, just interface it with SF101, also called Shape Flex. For this tutorial, I'm going to quilt it using soft and stable foam because it gives it a puffier quilted look, which is what I'm after. So I'm going to take you overhead. This is just going to be a demo piece, not an entire bag. So I've got a scrap piece of soft and stable here. It doesn't matter what side. I do not use the fusible. And I lay my faux lamb's leather on top. And then I take my ruler and my Hera marker. We have these in the shop. This helps me create quilting lines that are straight and not permanent. And you don't need to press hard. And if you're having trouble on the foam, you can always take it off and quilt just the faux leather itself. Mark it with the Hera marker and then put it on the foam. So just know that that's an option. So I can see that crease line right there. And now I'm going to take my ruler and place it the inch marking right on that crease line. And I'm going to make another. I'm not pushing down hardly at all. It makes the crease just fine. You don't need to press hard. You might want to sew your first line so you can really see the marking for your next lines. I'm going to go to the sewing machine. I'm going to sew that first line. I have my Teflon foot on, so that will prevent any sticking. I'm at a 3 to 3.5 stitch. I'm going to go 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. I have Gutermann all-purpose thread in here. I should be using a cinnamon thread color so that it blends, but I'm using pink because this is a tutorial. I do have matching threads in the shop for this vinyl. All right, and here we go. I'm not pushing or pulling. I'm going to have to stand a little bit closer, so there we go. If it wants to move slightly on your first go, just allow it. It's okay. This is why I don't fuse it. Now, as an option, you could absolutely use 505 spray on this. Oh my gosh. Can you believe I sewed all that and it wasn't even threaded? It's threaded through the needle. I must be out of bobbin. Yep, I am. I'm out of bobbin. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Here we are. I'm going to go the same direction. Now your quilting distance, it's up to you. Sometimes I use the foot as a width marker, and sometimes I make all my lines with the Hera marker first. Let's take it back over to the surface. Don't judge me too hard. I'm trying to sew while not being in front of the machine straight. Okay, so here I'm going to line up my inch and just lightly push that across. It's very faint. I think I'm just going to sew that. I'm not pushing, I'm not pulling. You can slightly smooth it as you're sewing, but let the feed dogs do the work. And always go the same direction. If you notice, I'm going from up here down. And I'll do that for the whole piece because I don't want it to shift. If you'd rather use chalk, you can. I just find it's kind of a pain to have to get rid of it after. Now to do my markings, I can flip this around, but I won't sew it this way. I'll turn it back to the original sewing direction because I have had it go wonky on me before. And again, I'm not pressing hard with this Hera marker. It's grazing the surface basically, and the lines are faint, but they're there and I can see them enough to sew. If you find that this is not working for you, then switch to chalk. Oh, that didn't mark, did it? Oh, my pencil is. Yeah, that's not working for me. Now, this is how I was marking it, but I have to keep sewing the same direction, so I'm going to do this. Don't freak out with that little bit of movement there. Don't worry, it's going to end up being so amazing. That's why I just let the vinyl move as it wants to. And then I'll cut out the pattern pieces and it'll look fabulous. I don't try to force anything. See how there's a little bit of an air pocket? I just let it come out naturally. There. It's fine. I'm balancing on my back leg here while I'm trying to remain out of the camera. So my lines are not going to be perfect at all. This is a weird way to sew. Fun. All right, so now I am going to cut out my pattern piece. I'm going to straighten this up. I'm going to do a small, easy zipper case, I think. I'm just straightening up these edges. And this side is going to be 7. Maybe let's do this. And then I can Really make sure this is straight here. Okay. So there is my pouch piece, one side, and I'm ready to go. Now, if you wanted to quilt diamonds, you're going to go the other direction. Start in the middle. Always start in the middle and work your way out and then out. That will really help. If you start down here and try going across, you're going to have more movement than you want in the vinyl, and it might end up going wonky on you. And always finish your quilting portion before you trim it down to your pattern piece, because the edges will never end up perfectly straight after quilting. There is some movement in quilting always. Okay, so there's one piece. I'm gonna hopefully finish up this zipper pouch and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, I am going to fuse these soft foam pieces like I do and finish this pouch so I have something to show at the end here. Oop. These are not my fabric scissors. No, they're not. No, they're not. They shouldn't even be sold as scissors. They should be sold as frustrating, time-wasting things. Okay, where's my iron? I feel like I spend my whole life looking for things. And I'm very worried about my future. What does this mean? What does this mean? Okay. Here's this, and I've got to put my wool mat, my wool mat, my wool mat, my wool mat. Let's fuse this baby nugget together. Don't set a hot iron on your faux lamb's leather. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, that's fused. I'm gonna put my iron back here. Yeah, that'll be big enough. No, I could just cheat and do this. I think I will. Use this as my template. Yep. Making sure this is perfect. There we go. So now I've got two pieces. Fun, fun, fun. And let's get a lining. I love a good orange. So I'm going to use this Anna Maria print. And all right, now we just need a zipper. I'm definitely going to use leopard. Yep. So I'm going to trim this down to be an inch less wide. So I need it to be 8 inches. Let's straighten that up. And then do a couple of zipper tabs to keep everything looking really clean. Oop. I'll just cut a strip because I can use these in future projects too. All right. Let's do our zipper tabs. I shut off my iron momentarily, so let's see if I can get this to work with just finger press. I don't change from my vinyl foot to sew this because it works just fine. So I will turn my stitch length down a bit though. That one worked. Now we'll do this one. I feel like zipper pouches are such a great skill builder project because if you can perfect these, you can perfect anything. And they don't take a lot of time once you get comfortable, and they don't take a lot of materials. They make really nice craft booth offerings or gifts. Yeah, I don't know. They're just, it's fun. Sometimes it's fun just to make yourself a new one. All right, so let's put in the zipper now. Usually I would interface these. I'm not going to today. I'm just going to live dangerously. Okay, let's sew this down, although don't skip this step. Natalie. Let's use our double-sided sticky tape to make sure this zipper goes in straight and wonderfully. I don't know why I put that over the tab. Take that off. There. Okay. Center it and press down. Now you might need to change to your zipper foot to put the zipper in. Go ahead and do that. This foot, my Teflon foot, is skinny enough that I don't have an issue putting it in. But I will have to move that pole out of the way. So I come up close to it, I keep my needle down, lift the foot, and I move the pole out of the way. All right. Now I'm going to add the lining. Right side's down. You can use clips to hold it in place. If you put the clear side of the clip facing up at this point, it'll sit flat when you flip it over and put it through your machine. So right on that previous stitching line. Now you'll feel when you're coming up close to your pole, so you want to lift your foot and move it out of the way again. Awesome. Now I am going to top stitch this down. I top stitch all of it. You know, some people don't like top stitching their lining. I've never had a problem. I like a top stitch because then it makes the fabrics sit down and be out of the way. Yay. Just make sure that this lining didn't move and it's not up in your zipper teeth. Okay, we're almost done. I'll put tape on this so it's easy to insert. Oop, I got that one a little crooked, so I gotta lift it up and redo. All right, let's sew this in. Coming up close to that pole, I'm just gonna back it up out of the way. Coming up close to it again. And now is the last lining piece that we're putting in. So right sides together. And I'm going to put my clips. So the clear side is facing me right now. It's centered and the top edges are flush. And then I will sew on that previous stitching line. And I'm feeling along here so that I know I'm getting close to the zipper pull now. So I'm going to lift my foot, the needle is still down, and I push the pull out of the way, slide it out of the way. There we are. And now I'm going to finger press that or use my whacker hammer. Sometimes a finger press is all it needs. It just depends on the vinyl. I would say most of the time I use my hammer, but this one is a very soft vinyl, so it's fine like this. Now, if you need to hold your lining back, put a clip down here to hold it for you. You don't want that to smush up into your teeth. Okay, here we are. I'm going to put it for a quick top stitch. I'm going to increase my stitch length. Gorgeous. All right, let's bring our exteriors together. And use clips on the vinyl. And if you want to use pins on the fabric, you can do that. So lining is one way, exterior is the other way. I base stitch that opening of the lining because I feel like it trains the fabric to turn under better. Now the question is, do I want to box these corners? I guess I will, since that's what I do in my pattern. So this is just an inch boxed corner. I've made 10,000 of these, so this is how I'm measuring and cutting at the same time. Very dangerous. You measure and check it and then cut. I'm trying to get out of here. Oof, that one's a little long, but that's okay. Okay, let's box these corners and we're about done. You know, I did forget to say to open your zipper. I hope you did. If you're following my pattern, it's in there. Yeah, my zipper was open. I'm gonna smush that down with clips. Sometimes you have to re-sew these bottom edges because they'll want to push apart. Nothing you did is wrong. It's just the way it is sometimes. Okay, I'm going to oh, there we go. Unboxing the corners. If you need this in depth, I have a full course on how to make vinyl zipper pouches. This tutorial is mainly just to do the quilting. Now remember to pop out your zipper tabs. You got to put your finger in there and pop them out. Almost done. I'm just going to tuck these under. I might have to take this on our trip. This is really cute. Trim threads. And there's a quilted zipper pouch. Soft faux lamb's leather, quilting cotton inside, leopard zipper, soft and stable foam. Pretty quick. It would be fun to experiment at least. You could put some little treats in here and give this as a stocking stuffer if you like. So don't forget, we have lots of colors of the faux lamb's leather in the store. We have cinnamon, navy, pink, blue, and black will be here any day now. All right. Go sew, take care of you, and I will see you soon. Peace, love, sewing.